Hi, Michy. So yesterday I made a a nice discovery. So I watched my video which I did on day one because yesterday was my first day of fasting. So yeah, I watched my video which I did on day one and my video which I did on day eight. Wow, there was a huge difference. All right, yeah, a nice improvement, a great improvement. So I think it's a good thing. And you know what? I also read something about it in this book which I'm reading, Atomic Habits, right? But it wasn't really part of the plan. When I started these messages, my goal was for me to just um to then look back, and see this over energetic me doing these silly videos. So I noticed that it's actually so helping me on my speaking practice. So it means probably I'm going to become a public speaking champion. Uh, in a few years to come. So yeah, what I learned from that, right, from watching those two videos was sometimes you start a habit, right, just for a different reason. Yeah, like for me, it was for me to be able to then watch these videos from a future time. But then I realized that it's actually helping me on my speaking practice. So yeah, it's a good thing, killing two birds with one stone. Yeah. So what I would encourage you to do, right, is you need to start a lot of simple items, Mishi. You don't have to start a very huge thing, right? It could be a simple thing, just like reading a book. When I told myself that I am going to be reading a book every day, right? At first, it was a few pages. Now I've upped my game. I'm now reading one chapter, one chapter a day. Yeah. So some of these things, I noticed that you improve as you go along the line. The first days will be a bit hard, but once you get it into your system, it now becomes a part of you, and it will be so much easier to follow through. And I also noticed the same thing with my affirmations in my journaling. So initially with my affirmations, I used to run out of words to say. Yeah, I think often the day where I'll bring one of my entries from last year. Yes, so that you see that we come from, yeah, we come from a very long way back. So I realized that during the first days it will be a bit hard, and sometimes you'll be running out of things to say. But then once you get it into your system, right, it now becomes a part of you. It will be automatic, right? Like even right now, you just ask me about my affirmations. I'm going to tell you that I'm a beautiful lady, I'm confident, I'm a billionaire, I'm so much, a lot of things, right? Just because it's now a part of me, and these affirmations, they live in me. And one thing I realized from my affirmations, right, is the more I recite them, right, the more I want them to become my reality. So yeah, my message to you today will be, Michelle, don't stop with the affirmations, because they're going to be a part of you, and you'll be working so hard, you'll be fighting so hard just to make sure that you bring them to reality, and that you get to live as the person you affirm yourself to be. So do not stop with the affirmations, keep on doing that, even when there are no signs of you reaching that goal. You know, right now, I write all my affirmations. Actually, right, I drive a fancy Chevrolet, right? But at this point in time, on 2 July 2025, I'm a pedestrian. But because I have it in my mind that I need to drive a fancy Chevrolet, right? It's Yeah, it keeps on sending a message, Kuti Michelle, we actually have to work for this. It just doesn't come on a silver platter. So keep at it, keep on doing your affirmations. And yeah, that's my message for you from today. Look at me, I'm not getting all talkative and stuff. You know, in my first video, I lasted, I think, for less than 2 minutes. But then look at me, up to 5 minutes, talking. I hope you don't get tired of watching the me show in 2025. But you know, I think by the time you're watching these videos, Kamishi, you'll be driving your fancy Chevrolet. So you know you can just take up your phone in your car and you know you'll be listening to me. Yes. Well, that's my message to you today, Michi. Don't stop with the affirmations and start the small habits which you think they do not really matter, because you'll be surprised that those small habits will unlock doors for you which you never thought you were going to be able to enter on your own. With that, I rest my case. Bye.